So here we are back, ready to start our class. And in case you don't have your props, pause and return to join us for our class. And again, I want to remind you that this particular class is focusing on how we can use yoga to manage stress. So, coming into easy pose, the heel of one foot in front of your pelvic floor and the heel of the other somewhere near or in front of that ankle. Sliding your hands to hug your knees and a little rocking side to side and forward and back. And then planting your sits bones and sitting up with a nice lengthened spine, closing your eyes and arriving in the moment. The hands are wrapped around the knees with a very soft, feathery touch, so there's no tightening or clutching. And no attempt to lengthen the breath, just arriving in stillness. And behind your closed eyes, taking a journey through your body to explore how things are today. How is the left shoulder feeling? How is the right hip, the knee? So take that journey slowly through your body, using your awareness as a flashlight to know what it is that you're bringing to the mat today. And let's join our forces to take a huge, huge breath from the depths of our belly and sigh it out, nice and enthusiastically, inhaling deeply. Oh, that sounds pretty good. How about a little bit louder? Inhaling. Great. Letting the energy settle a little bit. And finding an intention to practice today, perhaps remembering a smile that somebody gave you or a beautiful flower that you looked at, something that's going to make you feel really good, and bring that with you into your practice. And I invite you to chant Om. So inhaling deeply. Ever so slowly, opening your eyes just enough to come down on your spine for yogic breathing. So you might want to bend your knees and slide your hands behind your thighs and ever so slowly pouring all the way down. Legs extended if your spine feels nice and strong, otherwise keep the knees bent. Right hand on the belly, left hand right under your collarbones. Let your body melt into the mat and taking a huge, long, deep exhale to release any tension through this exhale. Breathing through the nose, mouth is closed. Inhaling deeply. Pausing at the summit of that inhale and a long, slow exhale. Inhaling deeply. Pausing and a long, slow exhale. Each inhale brings vitality into the body. Each exhale releases tension. Long, deep breaths. And we really want to soften and shed the tension out of our bodies. Bringing your mind in alignment with your breath so you're empty of thought. And just focus on this marvelous deep yogic breath. Two more deep breaths. Releasing your arms alongside your body, allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm and observing the sensations in your body that you're experiencing right now. Has anything released, softened? And then slowly bending your knees and curling over to the right side of your mat and returning into a seated position for long, deep sun breaths. Bringing the arms all the way out and back and inhaling to reach for the sky. Lengthen up, turn the palms out, exhale. This is yoga time for you. So inhaling, reaching, and exhaling. And one more inhale, letting the palms touch, reaching upward, turning the palms out, and exhaling it out. Right palm is on the floor near your hip. Bring the left arm all the way up, reach, and come into an arch on the right side. Slide that left shoulder all the way back so you can swing the arm past your knees. Bring the left arm up one more time, reaching up, coming into a stretch, left shoulder back, and swing past the knees. Keeping that left palm on the mat near your hip, bringing the right arm up, arching over to the left, right shoulder back, and swing past your knees. Bring the right arm all the way up, reach, coming into an arch, right shoulder back, and go all the way past your knees. Anchoring those sits bones, sliding the right palm to hug the left knee, lifting the left arm and placing the palm of your hand right behind your buttocks and twisting to the left. Twisting in the waist, nice soft neck. And then over to the other side. Left hand hugs the knee, right palm right behind. Twist to the right. And bring yourself to face your mat for that first incremental forward bend. Anchored sits bones, palms of the hands on the floor, and incrementally sliding into that forward bend. And creating a beautiful stretch. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. Breathe into this forward bend. 2 more breaths here. And then sliding the hands towards your body and bringing your hands all the way behind. Soles of the feet on the mat and windshield wiping side to side. Starting nice and slow. Side to side. Beautiful. Bring those knees back up, sliding the soles of the feet hip distance apart, and taking your bathrobe strap with you. And actually what we'll do is we'll slide the buttocks back a little bit more, lengthen out that left leg, and slide the strap into the arch of your right foot. And then slowly, with a bent knee, lower yourself down onto the mat and lift your leg, pressing the heel up towards the ceiling, lowering the shoulder, the elbows down to your mat, lengthening out the neck, flexing the left foot. Close your eyes, breathe long, deep breaths. This is the first movement of our stress management series. It's very calming for the nervous system, and it's one delightful, incredible stretch. Breathing deeply. breaths here. Can you press that heel up a little bit more? Can you flex that left foot a little bit more? Can you deepen your breath? Relax the shoulders and the jaw. And then ever so slowly slide the strap off the arch of your foot. And we're going to switch sides. So, bringing that left leg up, flexing the right foot, positioning the strap into the arch of your foot, coming up into as much of a 90-degree angle as your leg will let you have, pressing the heel towards the ceiling, elbows resting on the mat. You might enjoy closing your eyes to let those deep breaths flow through you. And keep breathing. Relax the chest, relax the jaw, relax the tongue in your mouth. It's amazing how much stress and tightness and tension we hold in the jaw area and in the tongue. So we have 2 more breaths here. Ever so slowly, releasing the strap, lowering the leg, bending the knees, hands below the knees, a little bit of soft rocking. And then as you center your body, open the arms out like wings with the palms down. And on an exhale, lower the bent knees towards the floor as deeply as they'll go. And on an inhale, lift the bent knees through the center and exhaling them over to the left. So we're really trying to move mindfully, meditatively, slowly so that we really feel the sensations in our body. And going side to side, the more we focus on the sensations, the more the mind comes into the present moment. And that's very calming and very soothing. No thoughts of what has been going on before, no thoughts of what will be. You're right here with your experience. So one last set, over to the right. And this is sort of happy time for the hips. And over to the left. Exhaling it down. Inhaling through center. And then bringing the knees over to the right, curling over, and bringing yourself into a table position in the center of your mat. And we're going to slide the hands right under the shoulders, the bent knees under the hips, and we're going to slide the hips all the way back, floating the fingers forward. They say if you open your armpits, you can't be depressed. So opening your armpits has its purpose. And then floating all the way up and forward, opening the chest, curving the spine. And then one more time. These are sort of like a pelvic movement that is very good for releasing tension for the lower spine. And coming forward and then returning to neutral. So we know our cat and dogs very well. So here we go, forming a dome with the spine, pulling the abdominal muscles up. Exhaling. Inhaling as you dip your belly, tailbone back, strengthening into the arms, chest open, eyes up. Eyes, it's a muscle, so you want to stretch it. Exhale. And inhale. Beautiful undulations for releasing tension from the lower spine. And one last one. And coming into that dog. Beautiful. So we are ready to lunge the right foot forward between the hands and slide that bent left knee all the way back. And then we're going to slide the hips back, straighten out that right leg, lower the head, And then come all the way up and forward past that bent knee. Beautiful stretches. Mindfully keeping your focus on your breath. Exhaling it back. Inhaling it forward. And coming into neutral. So let's switch sides. Bring that left foot forward and that right knee back. Here we go. Sliding the hips back, lengthening, and bringing it all the way forward. Stretching the chest. Exhaling it back. And inhaling it all the way forward. Coming into neutral position. Returning back into table position. And we are going to bring the right foot forward, stacking the hands on the bent knee, and then bringing the hands stacked behind the sacrum and letting the hips come all the way forward, all the way forward. Shoulders back, chest open. An open chest is a celebration of life, and nothing will make you feel better than opening your chest. Right, Stacy?
Right.
Right. And then releasing and doing the other side. Left foot forward, right knee slightly back. Start out with the hands behind your knee so you can stabilize yourself and enjoy this posture. And then when and if you're ready, stacking the hands behind the sacrum, pulling the bent elbows back, and floating all the way forward. So if you have a hard floor, this is the time to maybe slide your blanket under your knee. I should have mentioned that a bit earlier. And breathing deeply. And then slowly releasing and coming back to table position. So coming into a seated position to I should have mentioned earlier that you might want to have a chair near your mat, but if you're in your living room and you have a chair or a couch or something that you can use, we are going to move into the sort of core of the stress management postures. And I have to ask Stacy, what's best? Should I leave the chair here because we're going to lean into the chair, or should I position the chair in front of the mat?
Probably the front of the mat.
Okay, here we go.
So this is an opportunity for people to pause if they don't have a chair. Push pause now. Get yourself a chair, and then come back in just 1 second.
Okay. I think we could do the music a little bit louder, huh? No? Okay, good. So, the very first posture, is it time? Can we get going? Is if you get settled with your chair, your legs are lengthened out, and you're stacking your forearms on top of each other, and you're bringing your forehead to rest on your stacked hands. Now this is unbelievably calming for the nervous system of the body. Now, flexing the feet keeps some muscular engagement, softening the shoulders, and letting those beautiful yogic breaths flow through your body is what this is all about. Long, deep breaths. And just feel yourself melting into the support and letting yourself sort of give into it. So let's do 2 more deep breaths here. And it gets a little more fun after this. Ever so slowly lifting your head, bringing your arms down, and sliding yourself back, and bringing your shins, or the backs of your feet, legs, to the chair, making it as comfortable as you can. Gently and carefully lower down. That feels good. And think of your deep relaxation at the end of the practice when your body kind of melts into the mat, and slide the arms away from your body a couple of inches, lengthen out the neck, close your eyes, and surrender. Long, deep breaths. So this is a very soothing posture. It's wonderful for the spine, actually, to have this beautiful alignment. Let's do 2 more breaths here. I bet you don't want to come out of this. I don't think I do. And then open the arms out to the side and stretch the arms out overhead and give yourself a beautiful stretch. This is what we do early in the morning when we're not sure if we want to get out of bed. And then release that stretch, slide the arms back towards your body, hold the bent knees in, push your chair away, and find some way to get out of all of this. And we are going to transition. What do we have, 5 or 10 more minutes?
8.
8. Oh, that's wonderful. I had no idea. So we'll get rid of the chair. And we're going to take our 2 blocks and position them near the top of the mat, imagining that they're kind of shoulder distance apart. And we're going to come into a standing position with our feet maybe, 2-3 inches away from the blocks. And we're going to come into a supported forward bend dynamically. We're going to do it 3 times. Inhale into mountain, stretch it all the way up. It's not just a lift of the arms, it's a stretch. Start with bent knees and slowly exhale it down, placing the palms of the hands on your blocks, on your fact books or whatever you're using. And see how much you can straighten the knees, maybe not all the way, but part way. And then inhaling, having the head come up last, and stretch. Exhaling forward, knees bent, palms supported. Straightening the legs to the degree that is appropriate for your body, and then slowly lifting it up. And reach one last time, exhaling forward. And ever so slowly bringing it all the way up. And compensating immediately with the palms of the hands behind the sacrum, elbows back, and open that chest for that beautiful, beautiful stretch and chest opener. And then slowly releasing. So we're going to do something a little bit energetic before we have some cool down movements and deep relaxation. We're going to step up to the top of the mat, and it's really fine to practice without a mat. If you have a carpet, or if you use a beach towel or a blanket. I've traveled all over the world with no mat, and I've used every imaginable thing, and it works. So we're going to do a mini sun salute. Inhaling up. And exhaling forward, lunging back with the right leg. Coming into down dog. Lunging forward with the left leg. Bringing the right leg next to the left. Slowly inhaling it up. Having that beautiful stretch of the arms. Prayer hands, lower to the chest. We're going to do one more mini sun salute starting on the left side this time. Inhaling to reach. Exhaling to bring it forward. Lunge back with the left. Slide the right leg into a down dog. Lunge forward with the right. Bring the left to join the right leg. And ever so slowly, lift it up. Palms of the hands together. And slowly release. And bring the arms down. So we have time for maybe 2 or 3 more postures. We're going to do half moon, and today we'll do a variation of half moon to make it a little bit more interesting. Palm of the right hand resting against the left hip. Left arm reaching. And a beautiful arch to the right. And then with each breath, deepening that arch. We're opening the entire left side of the body. And slowly bringing it back to center. Releasing the left arm, palm of the left hand, resting on the hip. Bring the right arm all the way up. Arch over to the left. Over to the left. And over to the left. And then ever so slowly, releasing. Bring that arm down. And closing your eyes to integrate with 2 deep yogic breaths. Mouth is closed, breathing through the nose. Opening space in your chest with these breaths. And walking to the back of the mat for a warrior 1. Bring that mountain to your body. Hands on your hips. Deep lunge forward with that right leg. And then play with it. See if you can lengthen the space between the legs a little more without compromising the 90-degree bend in that front knee. And you can either be on the ball mounts of your toes or you can drop your heel down. Each body responds differently, so see what feels good for you. Hips are squared forward with the top edge of the mat. There's no rotation in the hips. Sink down a little more deeply. Drop the arms alongside your body. Gaze ahead at a fixed point. Complete focus. Inhale. Finding your steeple. And shoulders down. See if you can eliminate the bend in your elbows. Really deep breaths. And this is the warrior spirit we all need now more than ever. We're strong. We can stand up to things. Lowering the palms of the hands, sliding the back leg forward, and then this is always time to treat the hips, thanking them for what they've done for us. Side to side, a little bit of rotation, and stepping to the back of the mat for the left side. Hands on the hips. Lunge that left foot forward. Make any adjustments to feel comfortable in the foundation of your posture. Hips squared forward, arms down, gaze strong. Inhale. Breathe deeply. Soft shoulders. Firm gaze. Hands down. Bring the back leg forward and jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Fantastic. So, how are we doing with time? Oh, well. Let's come into a seated position. And we'll do a simple little twist. Extending the left leg, sole of the right foot outside the left thigh. Wrapping the left elbow around the bent knee. Bring the right arm up. Palm of the right hand behind the buttocks. And a soft twist. Soft but strong. To the right, using your breath. Beautiful. And getting ready for the other side. Extending the right leg, sole of the left foot outside the thigh. Use this bent knee to press it towards your chest to lengthen your spine. and wrap the elbow around. Lift the left arm, place the palm of that left hand behind you and twist to the left. And twist. And twist. And then ever so slowly come back to center. And extend the legs, tap, tap, tap. And we're going to lower down and bring the arms out, chest height, and then ever so slowly let yourself roll down onto the mat, taking the right knee in with you, and then the left knee in with you, and giving yourself 2 of those swinging movements with the hips side to side that we did earlier, but this time notice if the hips are a little more receptive, a little happier, livelier. One last set. And we're going to go into deep relaxation. Beautiful. Coming back to center, finding your blanket if it's somewhere close by. Oh, thank you, thank you.
And if you have an assistant to bring it to you.
Oh yes, I have a wonderful assistant. And it's nice to cover yourself for deep relaxation because the body is cooling down and you're going to feel like you're in a cozy little cocoon. So you're widening out the legs, the width of your mat, feet drop to the side, arms out 45 degrees, neck nice and long, eyes closed, and breathing your own natural breath. No attempt to lengthen your breath. Let yourself completely surrender. Let the muscles drop away from the bones. Let this be non-thinking, non-moving time. Complete letting go. So ever so slowly, deepening the breath, wiggling the fingers and the toes, enlivening the body very gently, and curling over to the right side of your mat into a fetal position. When ready, returning into easy pose for final centering. So once you get settled, looking into yourself to see how things are, to see what your practice has given you, and to take in today's little poem, Always Donna Falls, from this collection is called The Breath of Joy, and the poem is called The Act of Being. Don't look outside, and don't look inside either. Don't look up or down or sideways. Don't seek answers where they cannot be found. In the quiet, open spaces of the heart, just be yourself and let the act of being lead you into now. That's quite beautiful. Pray your hands in front of your chest. Inhale it deeply. And let's chant on. Om. Acknowledging yourself, acknowledging your needs, being sure to take really good care of yourself. And as you open your eyes, as we always do in class, we acknowledge each other, so you just have to imagine that your classmates are here with you, acknowledging this time that we've spent together. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Namaste.
Namaste.